I'm Toni Miles. Coming up on News 25, a medical miracle after the leaders of this church pray for their daughter. We'll have the details up next.
I'm Sarah Duffy. Coming up on News 25, we talk to last-minute Thanksgiving shoppers about what they forgot on the big day, and also find out what South Mississippians are thankful for.
I'm Melissa Meisner. Coming up on News 25, find out how all these volunteers are helping bring Thanksgiving to those in need.
You're watching WXXV News 25, your local choice.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us and happy Thanksgiving. I'm Melissa Meisner.
And I'm Toni Miles. Joe Sullivan and Jennifer Tugwell have the night off. Throughout the day, most of us have been reflecting on who and what we have to be thankful for. A few years ago this holiday season, a Waveland woman experienced a life-changing story and miraculously lived to tell about it. Take a look.
I'm thinking how great you are.
Karen Kendricks has plenty to sing about this Thanksgiving. 6 years ago, while preparing for the Thanksgiving holiday back in 2008, Karen died after over-medicating to help ease her severe back pain.
They gave me a 0% chance to live. They said because it had soaked through every organ in my tissues, and that every organ was failing.
She went into a coma and was put on a ventilator for 7 days. Doctors told Karen's parents, longtime leaders at Miracle Tabernacle Church, if she did wake up, she'd be a vegetable for the rest of her life. Again, Karen's mother prayed, asking for yet another miracle after seeing her daughter raised from the dead. Her prayers were answered. Karen's doctors stunned.
What I hope is that they will get the faith that will move mountains, mountains being anything in their life that they don't think they're capable or something that can't be moved.
Karen shares her story through her recently published book, A God Interruption. It's a message she hopes will touch others, especially now as the holidays are a painful reminder for those who are without their loved ones, void of hope, and in some cases, thinking of days gone by. She hopes others will be inspired and renew their faith, believing for healing, whether it be a broken heart, crippled spirit, or other crushing circumstances.
Towards the end, whenever I was fixing to be discharged from Tulane, every doctor, every specialist, every nurse, every person in that hospital, they came around and everyone was in full agreement that God did what was done. That, medicine is not even capable of doing what was done.
Meanwhile, Karen continues to use her gift of playing her piano by ear and her newly discovered gift of writing to help others believe that faith is a key to overcoming anything, even what seems to be the impossible. If you'd like a copy of Karen's book, you can go to Amazon.com and search for the title of her book, A God Interruption by Karen Kendricks. You can also call and ask your local bookstore to order it, or visit her website, KendrickKaren@rocketmail.com, to get a copy of the signed book.
And a group working to give back to others, the Gulf Coast Rescue Mission handed out Thanksgiving dinners to those in need. The mission has been giving out Thanksgiving meals since 1965, but the event has really grown in the past 20 years. This year, they expect about 500 individuals to receive a meal from their organization by either coming to their chapel, picking up a takeout box, or receiving a meal hand-delivered by volunteers.
It's become accustomed with my wife and I. We do it usually every Thanksgiving, every Christmas and everything. It's a wonderful ministry that is given to out the Gulf Coast, and it provides necessary meals for people that need them. And just our small way of trying to help give back to our community, because our community has been so good to us.
If you would like to get involved with the Gulf Coast Rescue Mission, call 228-388-3884.
A 29-year tradition in Bay St. Louis is still going strong. Hundreds of people turned out at the American Legion in Bay St. Louis today for its annual free Thanksgiving dinner. It's an annual event that's open to anyone in the area. For those who weren't able to make it, some kind-hearted souls prepared and delivered dinners for the go. The event moved to the American Legion after its first 2 years because of how popular it became in the community.
My daughter and her husband started this at C's Restaurant when they have a new restaurant in Bay St. Louis, And they decided they liked their customers, got to know their customers real well. And they hated to be closed on Thanksgiving Day, so they decided to cook a Thanksgiving dinner and have it free for their customers.
The event is sponsored each year by various businesses in the area. That's what I love about this place. Everybody works together, and it was a perfect day to be cooking or being outdoors grilling, whatever it might be.
All right,
Beautiful
sounds
weather.
good. Well, talking about weather, let's look to Nick Patrick now for a quick look at your forecast.
No, it's absolutely a beautiful day to be outside doing whatever. Temperatures near 60 degrees. 60 there in Gulfport and Biloxi. Degree cooler coming in over in Pascagoula at 61. Plenty of sunshine. Winds weren't an issue today, and they really aren't going to be one coming up tonight. Right now we're looking in those 50s. 51 for Gulfport and Biloxi. 47 near Wiggins. Things are going to cool off very quickly for our Black Friday. Temperatures near freezing tonight. 35 degrees. Winds are going to be out of the northeast, right around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear, chilly evening, but we do see the silver lining. A nice warm up tomorrow, back near 60 degrees. This weekend, though, we're talking about temperatures well above average in the 70s. So I'll let you know exactly what you can expect for your weekend and your weather next week as well. Slight chance of showers there. I'll let you know when it will get here coming up in just a little bit.
Thanks, Nick. The Gulfport Fire Department was needed this Thanksgiving due to a trailer fire. At 6:45 this morning, a manufactured home on Robin Drive in the Lizana district caught fire. 2 people were home at the time, a grandmother and her 7-year-old grandson. They escaped without injury, but the fire heavily damaged the trailer. One firefighter was taken to Memorial Hospital in Gulfport with non-life-threatening injuries and released. The cause of the fire is unknown and is being investigated.
Ever forget that one key ingredient or Thanksgiving dish? Well, you're not alone. A handful of stores in South Mississippi kept their doors open for last-minute shoppers today.
Winn-Dixie in Gulfport was one of them. News 25 Sarah Duffy checked out the store aisles and shows us what last-minute groceries people were retrieving.
If you're a last-minute shopper this Thanksgiving, you're not alone. Grocery store parking lots have been packed with people throughout the day, rushing to pick up what they forgot.
Oh, yes. Every year we always have to go back to the store. Really? But this year I only missed 3 items, not like 14 like last year.
Shoppers were running in and out for everything imaginable, from centerpiece turkeys to fancy fixins.
I decided to make deviled eggs at the last minute for a family gathering, so I came to get eggs and a fruit tray for appetizer.
Peanut oil. They did not have enough to fry the turkey.
Ice, Hawaiian rolls, and cranberry apple juice. And what else? Yeah, milk, because we have 4 kids.
But there were also those who were starting from scratch.
I came from Washington, D.C. 2 days ago. I need everything, absolutely everything to cook today.
We also came across some who were in the holiday spirit, buying things for others to make their Thanksgiving one to remember.
I came to get a couple pie crusts and sweet potatoes to cook sweet potato pies for a couple people that had asked me to.
Well, I came to pick up some flowers for my beautiful sister who unfortunately is in a nursing home and won't be able to spend Thanksgiving with us today. But I just wanted to let her know that we love her so much, and this is going to be our first Thanksgiving without her.
But nobody had to go without today, even those who made the last-minute dash to stores that remained open. Just another thing these people have to be thankful for this holiday season. In Gulfport, Sarah Duffy, News 25.
And some of those who weren't running to the stores were hitting the greens. Thanks to some beautiful Thanksgiving weather, the Great Southern Golf Club in Gulfport was open early today to cater to golfers here all over the coast. Course director David Lee says a large majority of the people on the links today are visiting from out of town and looking for a way to unwind from the stress of the holidays.
You know, whenever you get a pretty day on Thanksgiving, you got some people from out of town, and they want to play golf, and so we're providing that for them today. And then you also have some members and some guests that are local that are looking for somewhere to go before they eat the big turkey later today.
Members at the club say they try to wrap up their games early in the afternoon so they can still enjoy a Thanksgiving dinner and keep peace in the family.
Definitely looks like fun. Well, coming up, Nick Patrick will have a detailed forecast, but first, here's a look at tomorrow's tides and what those on the Gulf Coast say they are most thankful for.
I'm just thankful for being here, really, and just waking up this morning. My birthday was yesterday and stuff. I'm 15 finally, decided to volunteer. I've seen it open and all that.
I'm thankful for this wonderful family. I'm thankful for Seashore Mission. I am most thankful for my wonderful family that gave me the heart for the homeless.
Now, News 25 Weather Edge with Nick Patrick.
Well, good evening, South Mississippi. We've had really not too bad of a Thanksgiving. I hope everyone's enjoyed it. 40 degrees is what we started off with in Gulfport. 46 coming in for Biloxi. Bit cooler over in Pascagoula. Notice 34 degrees. That's what we're expecting for tonight's lows. Not quite that cool just yet. The MDOT traffic cam downtown Gulfport is showing some smooth traffic right now and really nothing else. 51 degrees at the moment. Cooling off quickly, though. These winds are going to be out of the north all day. Right now, it's 7 miles per hour. Going to be right around that 7 mile per hour range. 5 to 10 miles is what we're expecting during the overnight hours. So a bit chilly if you plan to be outside this evening. Keep that in mind. And here's why. The current temperatures across the United States, very chilly, especially you notice towards the northeast. 21 degrees right now in Chicago, slightly warmer in Cleveland, coming in at 30. But as we head south, things do warm up, but these temperatures will be able to fall as the jet stream able to push further south. San Antonio, Texas, coming in at 58 degrees. It shouldn't fall much more than that. The jet stream is going to be more to the east, right where we're located, and that's why we're going to see these temperatures drop down to near freezing levels as we look at those overnight hours. As far as the Doppler edge shows, though, nothing in the way of precipitation. Some snow pushing off into the northeast. That's where it's going to stay. And some building in the Midwest as well. But for the most part, clear skies in the southeast. That's what's really going to allow these temperatures to cool off fairly quickly as we get into those overnight hours. Now, notice, as I mentioned, nothing in the way of precipitation or cloud cover as we wake up for Friday morning. Plenty of sunshine out there. Chilly start, as I mentioned, in the 30s. We warm right up. Winds are steady, though. They're going to be out of the north all day Friday, driving in that cool air from the north. And that's where we really start to see a cool down Saturday night as well. But then we get a shift. We're going to see winds start to be out of the south by Saturday morning, and that's going to give us warmer conditions overnight for Friday. And we're going to be waking up to temperatures near 50 degrees. Now, as we look at the rest of Saturday, sunny skies, folks. Notice some showers just off to the west there. That's where they're going to stay. But by the time we make it into Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, it is going to be beautiful outside. Temperatures near 70 degrees for Saturday afternoon, near 60 degrees as we look towards Sunday, and things warm right up all the way through this weekend. Let's get to that weekend forecast. Now, I mentioned 59 degrees for Friday, a bit on the chilly side. We're usually in the mid 60s at this point, so not too bad. But we do warm up even more this weekend to above average temperatures. Look at this, plenty of sunshine throughout all the Saturday and Sunday. 69 degrees there for Saturday, usually in the mid 60s, 65 degrees there. We're talking about temperatures in the upper 60s. Winds stay out of the south for Sunday as well. 74 degrees the high there. And then we just continue to warm right up through next week. 72 for Monday as well. The sun sticking around all the way through. Slight chance of showers for our Wednesday. We'd see a little bit more cloud cover there as well. Slight cool down towards the end of next week, but still right where we should be in those mid 60s.
Thanks, Nick. To ensure the roads are safe this long holiday weekend, the Mississippi Highway Patrol is ramping up patrols. Checkpoints will be set up throughout the state to slow traffic down and ensure all drivers are following the law. AAA expects 46.3 million Americans will journey 50 miles or more over the Thanksgiving holiday. And with so many drivers on the road, the Mississippi Highway Patrol tells News 25 they are prepared and want drivers to be prepared as well.
But if you come through one of our checkpoints, now would be a good time to go ahead and get your driver's license and know where your insurance card is, and we'll get you through as soon as possible. We hate to inconvenience people with our checkpoints. However, in order to keep them safe, we're going to have to slow them down a little bit so that we can lock up these drunk drivers to protect their families.
The Highway Patrol asks all drivers to leave plenty of time for travel and exercise extra caution over the holiday weekend.
And if you're planning to hit the road for Black Friday shopping, you're not alone. The Gulfport Outlet Mall Premium Outlets opened at 6 tonight to give people a head start on shopping. You can shop till you drop late tonight or even get what you need in the pre-dawn hours since the mall is open all night and day. Outlet stores are stocking up and creating easy access to help make things run more smoothly for the big shopping holiday.
A lot of stores are getting new inventory, additional inventory. It's having the showroom stocked, the back stock, easily accessible for the employees, and it's just kind of gearing up for the crowd.
And the outlet mall will be open until 10 o'clock tomorrow night for a total of 28 hours.
And you'll want to protect the holiday gifts you buy. Here are some safety tips from the D'Iberville Police Department to help you stay safe while shopping this holiday season. Lock packages in the trunk of your car or anywhere out of sight. Don't leave them in sight for everyone to see. If you must shop in the evening, shop with a friend. Park in a well-lit area as close as possible to store entrances. Carry only the charge cards you'll need. Don't flash or carry large amounts of cash. Teach your children to approach a police officer, store clerk, or security guard and ask for help if they become separated in a store or mall. Don't hesitate to notify the police or store security if you see suspicious behavior. And if you have to wait for a ride, wait in a busy, well-lit place. And lastly, if you're a victim of a crime, report it to police immediately.
Great advice. Well, coming up after the break, one of the biggest Thanksgiving volunteer events on the coast packed the Lyman Community Center this morning. We'll have the details straight ahead.
This morning, hundreds of volunteers gathered in the Lyman Community Center for the 25th annual Feed the Needy event.
Started by local authorities in Harrison County, the event has now grown to serve thousands of families each year. Take a look.
For thousands of families throughout Harrison County, it was a happy Thanksgiving because of the generosity of hundreds of volunteers. Local residents gathered for the 25th annual Feed the Needy event, where Thanksgiving meals are prepared, boxed, and hand-delivered to those in need. And event coordinators say the event is growing each year.
We moved to the Good News Community Center in North Gulfport, but we outgrew it. We've been here about 5 years at this community center. It's Christmas Day and Thanksgiving Day. And all these people you see here are volunteers. Nobody gets a dime.
This year, lines reached out the door with volunteers young and old coming because they want to give back.
Volunteer each year because we don't have family at home that we take care of. So we figure it's a good thing to come out and give our time to help somebody else so they'll be fed and get a good meal at Thanksgiving.
And as hundreds come through this line this morning, they're grateful to be giving back to those in need in our community.
Today I decided to volunteer because I believe in when the Lord gives it to you, it's best to give back. And I've never done it before, but it's a good experience and I'm thankful for today.
And volunteers come back year after year for Feed the Needy because they know how much it means to the families that receive the meals.
Help feed the needy because we want to and it's really fun. It just helps people a lot, and we just love helping people.
And it's more than just bringing a meal, it's bringing comfort to our neighbors in need.
When they knock on that door, that might be the only meal they're going to get that day, and that might be the only person they're going to see.
And volunteers know each box they prepared today made someone's Thanksgiving just a bit brighter.
In Gulfport, Alyssa Meisner, News 25.
Still ahead on News 25, how to stay safe while cooking your Thanksgiving dinner, whether it's this year or next. We'll have some tips coming up.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission says the threat of kitchen fires triples on Thanksgiving. So this Thanksgiving, the agency is urging families to make sure safety is on the menu. This morning, the demonstrated just how fast things can go wrong when cooking your bird and fixings. With turkey fryers, experts say never use one inside a home, porch, or garage, and never overfill the oil or leave the fryer unattended. And if you have a fire in the oven, turn it off and keep the door shut.
Volunteers at the Social Hurricane Shelter offered free Thanksgiving dinners to those who were in need or just wanted some company earlier today. For the 4th year in a row, volunteers provided a place to eat and worship on Thanksgiving Day for anyone in the community. From fried turkey to homemade mac and cheese, people who dropped by had the option to join others for a sit-down meal or grab a plate to go. Organizers say this year's event was busier than last year's.
And yet another organization focused today on the less fortunate. The Seashore Mission in Biloxi works year-round to provide hot meals and shelter from the cold for those in need. Today, more than 60 people showed up to make sure everyone who walked through the door was met with a Thanksgiving meal. With 200 people expected, Director of the mission, Judy Longo, says without the support from the volunteers, days like this one wouldn't be possible.
A lot of volunteers, and even some of the volunteers are homeless, and they're great help. So everybody, we're a family here. Everybody pitches in.
She actually tries to help the homeless community any way that she can. Whatever needs they come to her with, she tries to address and help them.
Seashore Mission is open through the week on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday.
Still ahead on News 25, a polar bear gives birth to 3. We'll have the details on the cuddly cubs when we come back.
Second Edge weather. Brought to you by Allen Toyota. Think Toyota, think Allen Toyota. Second Edge weather. Brought to you by Allen Toyota. Think Toyota, think Allen Toyota.
Well, good evening, South Mississippi. As we wrap up Thanksgiving, we're going to start talking about Black Friday. And one thing certainly is going to be how cool it's going to get tonight, and a major factor is going to be these winds. Notice calm at the moment in Wiggins, the Kill, Bay St. Louis, really across the board there. Only 5 miles per hour in Gulfport. Not going to be much of an issue this evening, but still these northerly winds will bump down temperatures just a little bit. And we're going to be looking at really some cool ones tonight. 33 there in Picayune, 35 in Waveland. So very close to freezing temperatures for our overnight lows, something we're not usually seeing just quite yet in South Mississippi. So something just a little bit different. Socia 33 degrees there, as well as Wiggins. Thankfully, winds tomorrow start to shift a little bit. We're going to be more out of the south, get a nice southerly flow, and some heat is heading back our direction. 61 there for Lucedale, 60 in Hurley, as well as Van Cleve. So really not a bad Black Friday. It's going to be fairly nice if you want to get outside or stay indoors. Going to be some great weather for it. 60 there in Picayune, 59 for Pass Christian and Waveland, closer to 60 coming in for Long Beach. Now for really a recap of the Black Friday forecast. Got the money raining down right there. No rain though in the forecast. It's going to be 59 degrees for Black Friday. Chilly start though in the 30s. Definitely want the coat or the jacket at least before you head out the door, and then dress in layers. You'll be able to lose some of those as we head in through the day. Saturday though, don't need the jacket. It is going to be nice and warm. 46 as we start off the day, just on the chilly side there, but we warm up all the way to 69 for Saturday. Sunday even hotter as winds remain out of the south. It's going to really boost up those temperatures. Next week, just a slight chance of showers. We still stay on the warm side, though. Coldest temperature next week, 64 degrees. Can't ask for much better weather than this.
Definitely.
No, and the next story we have about a polar bear really segues right into that. A polar bear named Freedom gave birth Saturday to 3 cubs at a Dutch zoo.
All 3 survived the birth and so far appear to be in good health. The cubs are currently enclosed inside an artificial snow and ice den with their mother, where they'll spend the next 3 months growing stronger and drinking her milk. Keepers can only observe the cubs by webcam because they don't want to disturb the new family.
What a wonderful note to end on. Everybody have a great evening.